G'day everybody. Since we're back early from our holidays, because it was cut short due to something out of our control, I thought I'd do a bit of a recap on our caravan slash hybrid, since we've had it now for a bit over 12 months, done probably 6,000 or more kilometres, and all of that's been in New South Wales. Lovely COVID. I just thought I'd run through what problems we've had, what modifications we've done, what modifications we're planning on doing. You know, it'd be good and handy for anybody that's thinking of buying one of these, or someone that's got one and just, you know, wanted a bit of info. So I'll start off with the problems that we've had. First major problem we had was, as soon as you'd hook mains pressure water up to it, it would just leak water out the hot water system, which we soon found after talking to Austrac in Queensland. It was plumbed up incorrectly, so they sent me a diagram of how it should be plumbed up. Worked it out, changed a few things around. All it was a non-return valve in the wrong spot. Problem fixed. Next issue we had was we're just ready to go away, and 240 volt power kept cutting out, which, going by the forums at the moment and the Facebook page for the Austrac owners, it's a bit of a common problem. This was the culprit. A faulty relay. After talking to the lovely guys at Enerdrive, and could not talk highly enough of those blokes, they helped me out immensely. We worked out that that was the problem, and that is it just there. Spoke to the guys at Austrac. They'd spoken to the guys at Enerdrive. They sent me a new relay, turned up in a couple of days, plugged it in, and no problems at all. Never had an issue since. So yeah, can't fault the electrical side of things. We've done 14 days free camping on our last trip, and never ran out of power, never had an issue. Just relying on the solar panels on the roof, kept the batteries charged. Yeah, I think the lowest I ever seen it was overnight. It got down to about 56%. Next day, by the end of the day, it was back up to 90 odd %. A few other modifications we've done in the van, in the cupboards, my carpentry skills. We put some shelves in the cupboards just for a bit more added storage. Same underneath the sink, just so we can pack more stuff in there, more usable space. And then also another little one in there. And also underneath in that one there, just, you know, so we can pack more stuff in there. It's easy to get to. Moving on up, you can see we've removed the mattress off the top bunk, which we don't really need it anymore, as our two older boys have sort of moved on. So it's only our daughter coming with us, so she sleeps down the bottom. So we've put all plastic containers from Bunnings along there, which, you know, just all the extra stuff fits up there. Our old man Emu camp chairs, which are the best thing, was a bit of a last ditched thing before we left on our trip. Best thing we ever bought.
And they're not the most expensive camp chairs either.
No. Compared to what you pay for some chairs at, you know, BCF and Anaconda, they were probably cheaper and just fantastic. As you can see, two of them fit in that small spot, no problem at all. All we did was a couple of these 3M hooks and a hockey strap. We've never had anything fall off there. We did a couple of emergency brake stops coming across some causeways and stuff, and nothing ever fell off, which was pretty good. Moving on.
Can I just say, with the chairs, I'm a shorty, and these chairs are not a problem with my short little legs. They are super comfortable. So that's been a bonus as well, because that stopped me from buying these style chairs in the past, was they just don't cater for short people like me. Right.
Moving on with the mods, we've put these fusion lock things everywhere for hanging our towels.
So these ones are a double, take the peg off.
They're a double hook.
It's a double hook. And I've just hung, towels are washed, I've re-hung them on there. And
they stayed there while we're travelling, never had one fall off.
There's more there.
Yeah, more there in the bathroom area. That's all through there, and that's how we travel. We leave that stuff in there. Nothing's ever fallen out. Before we left, obviously it's a common thing with the seal around the toilet coming loose and falling out. I found a product, a Loctite product at Bunnings that goes over the existing silicone, so you don't have to clean it all out. It has worked wonders. It hasn't come unstuck in the last 4 weeks on the road. It's been great. Highly recommend that. Yeah, moving on out. There's not much else.
Curtain. Oh, mattress.
Okay, the mattress. We upgraded the mattress because we had the old concrete mattress in ours. We tried toppers, everything, and we just could not make it comfortable. So we bit the bullet and went and bought 2 single bed mattresses. As you can see, they're sort of roughly stitched together. Just keeps them, sort of stops them from sliding around, and makes it a bit easy to fold out. Overnight stops, we just flip them out like that. If we're staying somewhere for more than one night, the missus spins it and we sleep on them the way they're supposed to be slept on. I can't tell the difference, but she can, so that's why we do it. I'd be more than happy just to flip it out like that. I'm 6 foot tall. I don't have any problems sleeping on them. Like, they are a little bit shorter, but I don't have any issues with me feet hanging over the edge or, you know, any of that sort of stuff. So
TV?
Yeah, we got rid of the TV. We've put one with a DVD built into it, which it's there. It is a little bit bigger, so it can't stay there all the time. It has to come off while we're travelling.
And then there's the aerial.
That's what mods we've done so far. What mods I want to do inside is I'm going to get rid of this aerial. Everybody's whinging about it on the sites. I thought, yeah, I could get it to work. I can't get it to work. No matter where it was, sometimes I could pick up 1 or 2 channels, and then I was only if I, you know, stood the right way with my tongue hanging out, it'd work. So that's going to go, and I think everybody's using the omnidirectional one, so I'm going to chuck one of them in there and see how that goes and rewire it all up. So I'm not going to worry about the outside port for the aerial. I'm just going to plumb it up just straight to here, because we don't use the TV outside. The TV's only for wet weather and maybe to watch a bit of football or cricket when it's on.
And the clip broke on my light.
Oh yeah, breakages so far is that clip. Over the 12 months, that's the only thing we've had break.
And that's only just happened on our last trip.
So, you know, I know these vans are made in China. They're assembled over in China, and then they're all fitted out over here in Australia. You know, I wish I had an endless bank account and could have bought an Australian made one, but you know, you get what you pay for, really. I can't fault these things. I love it as much that we bought a different car to be able to tow it better. So come outside, I'll show you a few.
What about my curtains?
Oh, they're the curtains. They're little privacy curtains that the missus made up. One there just drops down over the door, still lets a bit of breeze in the bottom, and then one to cover all the lights up on the switchboard. just keeps it a lot darker inside the van. So.
And then they're just attached with
Oh yeah, Velcro.
3M Velcro.
So if you want to take them off to wash it or anything like that, quite easy.
And that was all stuff that was just laying around at the house.
So if you come outside, for the mods that I've done outside, which not many, still can't work out what switches are what.
Hang on, we'll swap spots.
So we put a seal, foam rubber seal all the way around that, so we can store all foods and all that sort of stuff in there. We've driven through some pretty heavy downpours, dusty roads, no problems at all. We've never got any water or any dust or anything in there. You know, highly recommend that as a mod. As you can walk around, the only problem we had on this side was I broke a clip on the awning. Don't know how I did it, but I did. But it's not a biggie. That is going to come off, and we're going to put a super peg foxwing type awning on it. Cover the fridge, cover the back. Probably going to be lighter, so that's the way we're going to go there.
Plus the other thing is, ours is one of the first one also, we didn't get the canvas flat.
Yeah, the rain
that
flat.
goes.
So when it pours down raining, we get wet. As you can see, it's a bit hard to see, but we've got 2 dirty bags. They're road safe 4-wheel drive dirty bags, which are great. You can sort of see up underneath here. The original bolts that held these in, they broke not long afterwards. So I've just gone and bought some high tensile bolts. I just put them in with an impact gun, nice and easy. Yeah, keep moving around. Yeah, we've got the wear marks. I'll have to try and put some sort of rubber strip along there just to stop it.
But that's only started this trip.
Yep.
And we've been on worse roads before this trip.
I know everybody complains about the hot water system not working on gas. We have not had a problem. You flick the switch, it turns on. The only time it hasn't turned on is if someone forgets to take the cover off or you forget to turn the gas on. Other than that, it's worked. If we can get down underneath the van, this is probably the biggest and best mod I ever did. I upgraded the shock absorbers to Sax Max. They're off a early model Land Cruiser 40 series, I believe. I know everybody's putting the Lovell suspension under it. That is the best mod I ever did. I've towed this thing with every single tank full. I've towed it with completely empty, and it tows like a dream. No sway, nothing. Doesn't matter if you're on dirt roads, 110 down the highway, it just followed, tracked, beautiful. Moving down here, the other mod is the drain for the grey water. Originally you got to climb all the way under to flick the switch. I just went to Bunnings and bought some fittings. I had some inch poly tube at home, plumbed it up, it's perfect. Made some adapters for my grey water tank, fits on there, easy, no more climbing around in the grass or the dirt. Coming around the front, we were carrying 2 9-kilo bottles. That's probably been in there for 6 weeks worth of travelling. I've only used half a 9-kilo bottle, so we've ditched one of the bottles. We may put a 4.5-kilo bottle in there when we have big trips, just for a backup if we run out. I made a foot for a jockey wheel. Just had some 6mm plate laying around. It just stops the wheels digging into the ground, especially if you're on sand or a soft surface. Just gives us that nice stable fitting. I got rid of the McKitch, put an arc, fully off-road coupling, utilises 50mm bore, very easy to hitch, unhitch, love that and I don't have to keep changing tow ball tongues if I've got to tow a different trailer. On this trip that we just come back from, we took a 20 litre jerry can of diesel, which we did use. Carry that 20 litre jerry can, that goes underneath the outdoor fridge. I know some people...
Sink.
Yeah, the outdoor sink. I know some people have plumbed them into the grey water tank. Put that underneath it. That's a great idea.
And you shorten that hose too.
Yeah, shorten the hose so it just fits in there. It's great. When you finish, you just tip it down the drain or go and tip it in a dump station or anything like that if you're in national parks. Our fridge. This was a bit of a talking point while we were away. It is the Austrac Evercool 95 litre. It served its purpose, but it will be getting sold and getting replaced with a 60 litre Engel. We are Engel fans. They are expensive.
We've got an Engel in the back of the car, which we can't remember how old it is. Yep. It's that old.
The only issue we had this on the last trip, and I don't know if it was the lack of airflow, the heat, or what it was, you had to keep resetting it because it had just,
the fridge had turned into a freezer, and the freezer had turned into a fridge.
And you'd have to reset it to get it to work again as we wanted it. So, you know, that's going to go replaced with an Engel. Other than that, guys, that's about it. We love the Tanami. Highly recommend them. And yeah, don't forget to, if you like this video, hit like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't know when we're going to get away next, but we will update on any mods that we do to a van and also to our car. But yeah, so don't forget, hit like, subscribe, so you get notified when our next video comes out. Thank you.
Cheers.